Hello everybody, today I'm here with another team video, and this one was suggested by Juan Serabia Mora, and he's been suggesting this for so long, and I just kept saying, you know, I'll do it, I'll remember, and it's time for me to finally make good on that promise. And it is the Freeze team, not to be confused with a Frozen team, which I'm not actually sure will ever happen. Even if we get on and we only have 4 characters then, so I don't know if that'll ever happen. Maybe they'll add Hans or Snowball or something, I don't know. But the Freeze team does consist of many of the Frozen characters. In fact, it has all of the Frozen characters in it. That's what Juan suggested I do, and just looking through, I don't know any other characters that have the freeze ability. There may be 1 or 2, but I don't know them. So I guess let me know if I missed any. I believe the first 2 that come up are Olaf and Elsa. So just very basic Frozen characters, and I guess what I like about this idea is all of them are going to be icing characters constantly, so I'd like to just see a stage of characters where they're all iced. That'd be so cool. Mr. Big and Koslov being the newest addition to this. They did not, unfortunately I made the Zootopia team video before they came out, so wait, did I? Or did I wait for them to come out? I think I made it when Clawhauser came out, and then they came out after. I was not expecting them to come out as well. And then maybe Kristoff and Sven are next. And he does have a freeze ability. I guess they really wanted to bring in that Frozen. All the Frozen characters must be able to freeze, you know, that must be a rule, I guess. Alright, just let's move on here. We've got Frozone, and this is the last one, I guess. The original Freeze character, I guess, too. He was in the game from the very beginning, and none of the others were. So we're really going back to it. Alright, let's bring them in. Just many different eras of characters. Even though some are from the same series, they a little spaced out. Classic Chapter 17. And none of these characters make it in. Let's see. Oh, Olaf is right off at the beginning here. And then Elsa right there. Mr. Big and Koslov. Any second now, we've got... Did I miss it? Yeah, I missed it. We need Kristoff. And we need Frozone. Alright, so there they are. They look pretty good together. They're all pretty close to the same height except for Olaf. And the scale of Frozone is just kind of a little different than the rest of the characters. You know, it's very obvious sometimes to tell when a character came out in relation to the other characters, because Frozone is just like way out of scale compared to everybody else. Where like even like Mr. Big and Koslov and Kristoff are at the same scale pretty much. But yeah, they're all nice and close together. It'll make for a good thumbnail, I assume. So I don't really have anything else to say. The Frozen characters are all split up. So alright, let's just see what happens. Is there just going to be constant freezing? That's what I wanted to see, and I don't know if it's going to happen. That I really hate that limo move, but it does allow a freeze to happen. I think they actually have 2. Do they have 2 different freeze capabilities? I think they might. Maybe when he breathes the ice, it doesn't actually freeze, but when they get dropped off, then they're frozen. But either way, they're getting frozen. Whoa, that car came with us. You could just see it despawn as well after it goes off stage. Not as much freezing as I was wanting, I guess. I was expecting just like every character to be frozen at all times, and obviously that's not the case here. We might still be able to do it. My Olaf is pretty high leveled up, so that might have some influence. I'm gonna guess that this group probably doesn't work all that well together because they all have the same thing in common, and I would like to believe that teams are probably best made up of a very diverse cast, not one that has a similar move shared among all of them. But right there, like, that's what I want. All the characters were frozen at the same time there. That's what I want from this, and possibly future ones. Let me just, real quick, I want to see, like, we could do a charmed one, potentially. I don't know if there are 5 characters that have it, but I know, like, Jafar has it. That's the only one I know has it, but Scared almost definitely has 5. And some of these are specific to characters as well. Sapped maybe has 5, maybe not. Is Frost what we have right now? I guess I should look and see if it shows up. I don't know if there are that many that have 5 characters to them. But Charming might be one of the other ones we could do. Let me know if there are any other status effects that we could have teams for, because I like the idea of just everybody being charmed at the same time, or just everybody being affected at the same thing at the same time. I think that's pretty fun. So Frost is not taking place here. Does some other character have Frost, or is that maybe a red skill of one of them? I'm not sure. From what I see, they do not have that Frost icon on them. I don't know what allows them to have it. We might not win this one as well. Seems like everyone dies up for Mr. Big and Koslov and Olaf. Yeah, I really hate that move where it picks them up, because then we just aren't able to attack them for a little bit. I'd rather they just get frozen. It definitely could be useful in certain situations, but it's random who it chooses, basically. So all of those robots were frozen at the same time. That's what I want to see. That's what this frozen team is all about. And that's what I want to see if I did like a charmed one. Is all characters on screen being charmed and like attacking each other, I would presume. And that's what I want to see. That'd be pretty cool. So you always have to wait for Jack to come back. Jack to come back. We've got another Elsa over here, so we got frozen on both ends. We're getting frozen too. And I guess Sven makes an appearance as well. It's kind of like a 6-character team here. They kind of are a duo, but Sven doesn't show up in the menu, but then he is his own kind of character in the game, so I don't really know how to describe it. But yeah, there he is. And he's dead. And I'm guessing Kristoff will be soon too. Is Sven able to come back at all during the rest of the battle? Guess we'll see if we make it past this with Kristoff. Cheap Bogey keeps getting taken and we can't kill him. There we go. Oh, well, Kristoff died, so I don't know. I don't think he can. I think once he's dead, he's just dead. We might be able to do this just because my Olaf is pretty high level. I level him up because I want to do the join Olaf friendship. But man, that is rough. Because Joy just can't attack, and you have to have Olaf good enough to kill the enemies in that first round. Once you get past the first one, it should be pretty easy, I would assume. You might need to level up that 3rd character a little bit more, but seriously, it's just like Olaf cannot do all that much on his own. Even if he can survive, like, he does not do enough damage. So maybe I need to upgrade his skills specifically, I don't know. I mean, we're surviving this. I don't know what specifically about Mr. Big and Koslov allows him to survive. I guess there's some healing attributes either from Olaf or from him. I don't remember which one. I mean, we technically lost, but we didn't die. It's kind of a win in my book. let's just do a couple more and then we'll be done. A short one today. But I don't have much to say, I guess. They really don't work as a team because oftentimes 3 of them are dying and then it's just Olaf and Mr. Big left. And I wouldn't necessarily say that that's a good thing, or it's kind of just like they survive because they're going to survive. Olaf survives because he's high level. That's really the only reason. But there is some healing going on, for sure. Mr. Big's got some reflect. I think he just puts that on himself. We might end up winning this one. Maybe I spoke too soon. I don't know. Olaf could shield. We're getting some status effects here. Everyone's got like armor up or something. Oh, and everyone just dies to Olaf. And he's not gonna die, I would have guessed, but he's not doing it either. So we can just retreat. We can go back to chapter 16 and do just a couple here. But yeah, they don't do much else because their main status effect is to freeze the characters. You know, that's what they're here to do. And if they have any other skills that benefit the team, it's kind of just a bonus at that point. So yeah, I don't know. I doubt if you had these characters all leveled up that they would be that successful of a team compared to like the same amount of leveled characters, but having like a healer and a tank and a support and a damage character, I imagine that team would do better just in general. But I definitely have teams where I just get frozen and I just cannot move. Like an Elsa comes in and I just can't do anything and then their team destroys me. So maybe you could get that to work with this team as well. I don't know. Let's just look at them all lined up next to each other. As I say, thank you for watching. If you have any other ideas for teams, let me know. I've obviously got plenty of ideas still to go through myself, including the color teams, possibly that charm team, a sequel to the duos video where I'll probably do the trios, and whatever other duos I need to make it 5 characters. And trying to think. I think we've gone through all the named teams, like DuckTales was the final one, I think. But hopefully we'll be able to do a Mickey Mouse one soon. And hopefully other series, like maybe Aladdin could get a 5th character or something, who knows. But I've got a lot of ideas yet, but I also love getting ideas from you too. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.